One morning, you wake up. Yesterday, something cost 10 units of money. Today, it costs 20, but your salary has not changed. At first, it feels like a small difference, but in reality, it is the beginning of a silent disaster. Why does money suddenly lose its value? And how many times has this tragedy already repeated itself throughout history? Today, we will follow the long and painful journey of money, how it melts away, how even the greatest states collapse, and how inflation quietly pushes millions into poverty. What is inflation? Inflation is the slow, invisible erosion of purchasing power. The banknotes in your pocket remain exactly the same, but with every passing day, they quietly buy less. You feel it at the supermarket today, but this force is as old as civilization itself. And history teaches us one brutal lesson. When those who control money make reckless decisions, the people always pay the price. Germany, 1923, when money became worthless. After the First World War, Germany stood defeated, buried under impossible war debt. Facing collapse, the government chose the easiest weapon it had, the printing press. Money flooded the streets. So much money that people pushed wheelbarrows full of banknotes just to buy a single loaf of bread. Families burned their wages for warmth because firewood was more expensive than cash. Those who were wealthy one day were beggars the next. And from Germany, the world learned a harsh truth. Uncontrolled money printing always leads to economic destruction. Zimbabwe, when money fell below the value of paper. Nearly a century later, the same tragedy unfolded again, this time in Zimbabwe. In the 2000s, the government printed $100 trillion banknotes. Yet that unimaginable sum was only enough for one loaf of bread. Once again, the pattern was identical. Production collapsed. The state printed money. Trust vanished, and inflation exploded. Money grew thicker, but its value became thinner than paper. People abandoned money altogether and returned to barter. The US dollar and gold replaced the local currency. Trust had shifted, and with it, value moved to safer ground. The same mistake from the Ottoman Empire to the modern world. This story did not begin in the modern age. During times of war, the Ottoman Empire faced the same temptation. The silver content of coins was secretly reduced. Lighter money was sent into circulation. At first, it seemed like an easy solution, but the outcome was inevitable. Prices surged, trade deteriorated, and the people grew poorer. Technology evolved. Weapons changed. Empires rose and fell. Yet the logic of inflation never changed. Why does inflation happen? Across centuries, the causes remain the same: excessive money printing, declining production, foreign debt and current account deficits, wars and economic crises, and above all, the loss of trust. Because money is not just paper, money is trust. And when trust collapses, money collapses with it. Who does inflation destroy, and who does it protect? Inflation does not strike everyone equally. Fixed income workers lose. Those who hold cash lose, but those in debt often gain. Those who own real assets, gold, land, foreign currency, are shielded from the storm. That is why history reveals a hidden truth. Inflation is not merely an economic problem. It is one of the greatest wealth transfers ever created. The lesson history never stops repeating. The struggles we face today are not new. For hundreds of years, the same mistakes have been repeated. States print money. They delay the inevitable. And once again, the people pay the price. And history continues to whisper a simple truth. If you do not protect your money, do not expect your money to protect you.